Hey guys, it's Leonita and welcome back to my channel. So as you saw by the title, this video is going to be just a little bit different and it's going to be a story time, but not just any story time, it's going to be a paranormal story time. I have a feeling this video is probably going to be a little bit too long, so you might want to grab some food and like a blanket and like turn on your lights because you might get scared. The stories that I'm going to be talking to you about happened in high school. I just have two really brief stories, but I mean, I talk a lot, so maybe they'll be like 20 minutes each. I don't know. Yeah, should we get started? I'm like creeped out. I don't know if you guys know, but I graduated in June. Yeah, it's about to be 6 months. Oh my god, time went by like so fast. But I graduated in June. And these two stories that I'm going to be telling you both happened in my senior year. So this past year. I had this app on my phone and it's creepy because it's like a ghost hunting app, and when I first got it, like, I didn't really think, like, nothing of it. I was like, oh, this is a game. Like, that's so cool. And I, like, downloaded it to talk to ghosts, and me thinking that it wasn't real and stuff. So I used it at school for a few months. I know Lucy and I would, like, use it in class, and me and this other girl, Taylor, which she's gonna also be in this video, so just wait for it. Me and Taylor and I, sorry, Taylor and I would always use this app, like, just in class all the time, and it was super fun. It was really fun. I'm not even gonna lie. But I didn't think it was real, like, not at first. When I like first downloaded it, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, this is just a game, this is cool, like, cool, right? Wrong. I started like believing that this app was kind of real in a way. I started like researching. I started seeing like a whole bunch of YouTube videos about this app. And I remember, I can't remember who it was, but I remember I was watching a girl who, she like lived in a haunted house, and like she had like a real, like a spirit box, you know, the real thing, like the real deal. And I guess people were like requesting her to like try some of like on her phone and like to see if they were like real or not, right? And so this girl agreed, and she downloaded a whole bunch of apps and she was trying a whole bunch of them, and some she said that they were okay, and she did this like in a video too. Like, she would open the app and she would start talking and like it would like communicate and everything. And one of the only ones that she thought was like legit was this app that I downloaded. I was like, oh my god. So basically this app is like, you just kind of like talk out loud, and if like it like feels energy or something, because okay, oh, this video is gonna be so long. So basically spirits or ghosts or whatever, they communicate, and like basically everything they do is through energy. Either your energy, someone else's energy, or some thing's energy, like whatever it is. They'll use up their energy to try and communicate with you. So yeah, having said that, they like will use whatever is necessary to like be able to communicate with you, I think that even if I just had this app that doesn't seem to be real, I think there could be some like real stuff that it could like communicate with us, because it's using some kind of energy, like my phone's energy, using my phone's energy basically to like try and communicate to us in a way. So yeah, that's what I think. Back then I didn't really think about it like that. Here's where two of the stories play in. So I'm just gonna tell you, like, I feel like this, like, having an app on my phone and like talking to ghosts or whatever, it's pretty much the same thing as an Ouija board, but that would be like way more scarier, and like I don't think I'd be able to like do that because that just scares me like so much. So this was in my math class. Oh God. In my math class one day. And let me just tell you like how the room was arranged really quickly so you can kind of get like a feel for it. So this, like, we were in a math class, but this teacher I can't talk. This teacher also taught, science. So we were in a science room, basically, and there were labs, like the labs where we would go and, like, do whatever. Those were, like, all throughout the room. So it was, like, this, like, right here, and right here. So basically it was just, like, around the perimeter of the room. And in the front, it was like her desk over here, the boards over here. I think there were like two. The boards were right here, her desk was right here, and her lab station was right here, which was another lab station, but basically like where the teacher like demonstrates everything. I don't know. So, oh, one more thing. This other board was over here. So it was like her desk right here, a board right here. There were like two boards, like two big boards across like the front of the room, and then another tiny board right here. And on this board, she would always write whose birthday it was. On that day, there was something taped onto there. And oh gosh, I'm getting so creeped out. There was something taped onto there, like a really big poster board. It was like taped onto there, like taped, like really good. Just remember that. Just remember that. Yeah, that's basically like the room. If I remember our seating chart correctly, I don't know, probably not, but I'm pretty sure Taylor and I were sitting at the very back corner. So the very last row, it was, I was right here and she was right here, I think. Oh gosh, I was stupid. I had my ghost hunting app open, and we would always be talking to ourselves, but we weren't really talking to ourselves. We were talking to the ghost or whatever. Above, it would say like if the spirit said anything. And I always had my phone on like silent and like the volume turned all the way down, because this thingy, like if the spirit said something, there would be a voice that came through. So it was basically just like a spirit box. Moving on. So we were just like asking random questions, like, you know, when you want to like, it's pretty much the same thing as in Ouija board. You're like, is there anybody here? What's your name? Where were you from? And just random questions like that. Sometimes it would communicate back to us, and some things that would be like really like relevant, and we would just kind of like look at each other like, okay. And we would just continue. And oh my god, we were like so obsessed with ghosts and ghost adventures. So Taylor and I would just always be sitting together, and I would have my phone open to the app, and we would just be reading whatever whatever it said, basically. App said something, like the top where like the spirit says something, it would like spell it out. So I read what it said and I was like, bored. That's exactly what it had said. Like, I remember this so clearly because after this I kind of made fun of it, which you should not do. Oh my god. So I made fun of it with replying. This is exactly what I said. I remember this so well. I replied with, oh, are you like gonna take a marker and start writing on the board or something? Because that would be really cool if you did that. Right after I finished my sentence, guess what thingy like falls off? Like literally just like falls off. The poster that was taped on the board. Like it just like, I'm pretty sure it just came down from like one from like this side. So like one corner just like came down, but it made the loudest noise, and like everyone just like looked over, and I look at Taylor and I was like, oh my god. We were like low-key, we were really really scared, but I wasn't about to be like, that was a ghost. Like, we were low-key, we were actually really really scared. We literally just looked at each other and I was like, is there like another explanation? That just fell right as it said that, and I made fun of it. Like, could there be another possible explanation? I mean, there could possibly be like another explanation, like maybe the tape just was like, nope. But I mean, like, really, really, it said board. I made fun of it, and like that thing just literally, it was as if like someone just like grabbed the thingy of tape and like it just like yanked it off. I wonder if Taylor still remembers that day. She probably will. And okay, let's move on to the second story, because this one is even just worse. If the other one was scary, I doubt that that one even was scary. That was just like a little experience, but this one, oh my god. Okay. This one is in the school's bathroom. Okay. This bathroom, like, I don't think anybody, like, knows what happened, or, like, maybe people do, but I don't know. It just seems like really, I wouldn't say, like, it's, well, I would never say it was haunted. You just got, like, a really, really creepy feeling when you, like, walked in there. It was crazy. It was crazy. Especially, like, if you walked into this bathroom alone. Oh, gosh, like, the feeling. It would just, Another thing that would happen is that the toilets would flush by themselves. Hear me out, hear me out. Okay. Our school is like, well, our school is not like super advanced or anything, so it didn't have like the automatic flushing toilets or whatever. You literally had to like touch the thingy. I would always do it with my foot, but you basically had to like tap down the thingy, like touch it and like hold it down for a little bit until it would actually flush. And there would be so many times that I would literally just go into that bathroom like just to sit around, and like we would be in class and I would just not want to do anything, and I would go into the bathroom and see what I would like catch, or if I could catch like something, or like if it would feel weird all of a sudden. And most of the time it did, like almost all of the times it did. Like you would walk in there and you would just get like the chills, and it would feel like someone was like watching you, or someone was like there. It was like this really really creepy feeling that I can't even explain unless you would like walk into there. Like there were many times that I would like walk into the bathroom and like the bathrooms would flush, like all of them, like all of them. Like I kid you not, I swear to God, all the bathrooms would just start flushing out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, I don't even know how to tell this story, but this story involves Dulce, this other girl, and me, and we're gonna name this other girl Lucy. So again, this story has to do with the app. Like I said before, since before this day, we had been like trying to plan out a day where all three of us could go into the bathroom during lunch and basically like investigate or whatever. So we decided on this day, like I can't even remember when it was, but I remember we were walking into the bathroom. Everything was a little off, like always. It kind of felt really weird in there, and I remember I was sitting on the sinks. There were like multiple sinks, but were like some counter space and like a sink and like another space. So I was sitting on one of the counter spaces thingies, like in between each sink. And so I'm sitting there, I basically had my back against the mirror, so like this was the mirror, and I was like sitting right here, and the stalls were like right in front of me. Dulce and Lucy were like standing right here, ready to run out in case anything happened, because they were so scared. I was the one over here like, it's okay, everything's gonna be okay. We got this, we can do it. I'm a professional. I'm not a professional. I was like, I can do this. We can do this. It's gonna be great. Nothing's gonna happen. We're gonna be okay. Literally, that was me. Like, I kid you not, that was me. And they were like low-key like shaking and like they were super scared. Like they were really, really scared. And I was just over here like, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe it's not even haunted. Maybe like everything has like an explanation. Like, like I pull out my app and I actually had the volume all the way this time. Whenever we would be like not in class, I would have the volume all the way up. Just to actually hear like what it was saying. And I laid the phone like right next to me. Like it was literally right next to me, like on the counter basically. And I had it all the way up so we could hear what it was saying. We would be like asking questions. Like I was the main one that was like super into it. I was like, this is real, this is happening. And they were like not so into it. Like we kind of hear one of the bathrooms that they kind of wants to like flush. But same thing, like if you actually like press the thingy and it didn't like fully flush and you have to like press it again to flush it. So basically that's kind of what we heard, like the little shh, but not like fully. It's like, if you're listening to us, like make something happen, like is this bathroom actually haunted? Like, is there something in here? Like, would you want to communicate with us? Like, I was asking all these questions. They weren't liking it very much. So basically, we're just talking for another, like, couple minutes and stuff. And the energy in there just kind of got like really, really weird. I remember Dulce saying that she got like the chills or something, and then I was like, I know, like it just feels really, really weird. It felt really, really weird in there all of a sudden. And I remember that all of us, we were like, ugh, just like, it feels so weird. And then, oh my god, this is the part that I will like never, ever, ever, ever forget this. Ever, like ever. Dulce said something, but I can't remember what she said. But Lucy, she was right next to Dulce, and she said something else. And Lucy was over here, like, and she was like done with everything at this point. And she's like, Victoria, if one of these bathrooms flushes out of nowhere, and there's nobody in here except for us three, I swear to God, I'm running. I will run out of here. That's what she said. That's pretty much exactly what she said. Not word for word, but that's pretty much basically what she said. As soon as she said that, like right after she finished her sentence, I was about to say something. I don't even know what I was going to say. But as soon as she finished that sentence, guess what happens? You'll never guess. No. Like, you'll never guess what happens. Well, no, you'll never, ever, ever guess what happens. Like, no. Well, you were probably right, yeah. One of the bathrooms, like, starts flushing on its own. And again, it's the same thing as if someone just, like, didn't, like, do it right the first time. And as soon as they hear that, like, they hear the little whoosh sound, they immediately run out of there screaming. This was where it was hilarious. They run out of there screaming. Oh my god, it was hilarious though. And I was just still sitting there, and I was like still talking to myself or whoever was in there. And like, mind you, there was nobody in there, like nobody in there except for us three. We like checked the stalls and everything, and there was nobody in there. Like I said before, these bathrooms do not flush by themselves. Like, they're not automatic. Like, you have to like press the thingy to flush it, and it has to be with like a lot of force, because otherwise if you do it wrong, like the sound will like happen and it will just be like whoosh. But like once they ran out, I like stayed in there, and like the bathroom like completely flushed. Like, it was like boom, like someone like smacked that thing and it like completely flushed. And I was just sitting here like, I was literally just sitting there like, what do I do? Like, do I run out or do I like stay here? I didn't know what to do. Like, honestly, I didn't know what to do. And I don't think they went back in there. I know, like, right after that, I was, like, still sitting there, and I was, like, yelling at them because they were yelling at me, but from, like, the outside. They were yelling at me. They were like, Victoria, you better come out. Like, Victoria, 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 it's creepy. And they're like, please come out. And I was like, I'm staying in here. Like, I was like so determined to like finish this off. Well, I remember I was like talking to myself too. And the thingy still kept like responding. And I was like, thank you for making that. Like, I appreciate it. Like, I know that you're here. Like, all that stuff, you know, you have to do when you're, like, doing some stuff like that, because, yeah, I feel like I said, I feel like it's the same thing, like, in a Ouija board, if you just start, like, cussing at it and stuff, that can't be good. I wasn't gonna, like, start cussing and, like, running out. And then right before I left, I remember I was like, thank you for making yourself known, or, like, thank you for, like, doing something. I said something like that. And I remember they were just like, they had the door like wide open and they were just like peeking in there. Like, and then they were like, Victoria, are you sure there's like nobody in there? And like when they ran out, I actually went into like the stalls and actually checked if there was somebody in there. I was like, somebody's playing around with us. But no, like, no. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And those are like the few stories that I have that involved my haunted school. So yeah, I only wish that I had known about that school being haunted. I always joked around about that. I was like, what if the school is haunted? What if this school is haunted? What if this school is haunted? But I never actually knew that there was like something going on there until like my last year. Basically like my last semester kind of ish. And I didn't really get to like go around and like investigate like the school, which I think would have been so cool. Like that would have been so cool. Yeah, that's basically it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up and comment down below what you want to see next. I said that really weirdly. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, bye. I'll see you guys in my next video.